Shivani from AD1 Team 2 and this is our team Vaidehi, Shravani, Pushpa, Rupa and Monica. Our project is fashion recommender. Now our team will explain about the project.
Good morning everyone, this is Vaidehi. I am going to explain about our project main content, which is fashion recommender. Actually we named it as fashionist, which means fashion loving person who can build a project about the recommendation of particular basics, preferences, colors and mainly about the stylish. And here we done our project through preferences about the colors, many clothing brands and many styles within the jeans, sarees, shirts, whatever it is. Whenever we gave an text or images, it can recommend our best outfits from the top 12 images. Here and our front-end part of the project will be explained by our teammate Monica.
We have front-end networks in our project is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. HTML is for create the web pages and structure the web pages, and CSS is for styles and layouts, and JavaScript is for dynamical web pages, and we have used UI for the structure, layout and we use Jinja to templates to connect with the backend and frontend. We use Flash to connect with the front-end web pages to the backend SERP API, and SERP API is for select the images, and backend part is discussed by our teammate Shravani.
So for the backend part, we use the Python with Flask framework. Flask is used in this project. It is used for the handling requests and rendering web pages, and also connecting web front end with the backend logic. And we also use the request library, which is used for the used to send HTTP and fetch data from the external sources or APIs. It is helps in retrieving the data from the images or API fashion related data, and mainly it is responsible for the connecting the web pages and requesting data from the backend. And we also use the Pillow for the image reprocessing. It is used mainly for the dynamic and fetching data, and also fetching data from the external sources. And mainly we use the SERP API, which is used to fetching data from the directly from the Google. And our friend Shivani will continue the demo for the project.
Now I am going to explain our code. And this is my app.py code. Here we used SERP API model in our project to give the recommendations in our project. Actually, our project has to recommend the images of the clothes when we are searching, or when we are uploading any image, it has to recommend the same type of category clothes. For that, we use SERP API model in our project, and we use JSON file and message.json is a file we use it to store the data of the user. And this is our project. First we have to sign up for that. If there is no account to the user, then he has to sign up first. If the user already has the account, then he has to log in to user website. Already have an account, then he has to log in first. If the user doesn't have an account, he has to sign up first. For sign up, it will ask some details to sign up. We have to enter the details, and we have to click sign up to sign up in our website. If the user already have the account in our website, then he has to log in. And we also add some credentials to our pages, like if the user click any wrong password here, it will show that the password is error, and it will suggest that enter the correct password like that. See, if we have to enter the correct password to log in. Then it will get a pop-up message like that, login successful. Then it will enter into our recommendation page. This is our recommendation page. Here we given two options like search bar and choose a file option. For search bar, now we are searching for Sridhar, and if we click get recommendations, it will suggest some recommendations. These are all the recommendations which we are getting. For this we used a border called separated. Now we have to, if we want, we can choose a file also. We can upload an image to get recommendations in our project. And these are the recommendations which we get when we upload the image. Now, if we want any of this image, any of the recommendation, if we want to store this, and then we have to click the button here. Then that image will be stored in the wishlist page. Here is the pop-up message like added to wishlist. If that image will be stored in the wishlist page. If we want to remove this image from the wishlist page, then we can remove this page from the wishlist page. And about page. In this about page, all the details of our project will be included. The user can easily understand about our project using this about page. And contact page. If the user have any problem or any issue with our project or any recommendations he has to give or any suggestions he has to give, then he can give suggestions using this contact page. See, she is typing that I am entering the correct password, still it is not working like that. This data will be stored in our message.json file which we included in our project. Message sent successfully. These messages will be stored in our message.json file. Here is that message, and timestamp will be noted because we use date time library. And my friend will continue.
As in our project, we want to integrate database like MongoDB, and in the future, we want to develop in more recommendations and fashion choices.
This is for project is dual input. It will work as it will take two inputs like text and image input and personalized system, and another one is real world application. Convolution will be discussed by this
As we know, many of the online shoppers struggle to find the best fashion choices which can fit to their outfits, right? So we can take that as problem statement, and we build the platform which is user friendly and engaging platform, so that we take the problem statement that and we can solve that problem as the user has to enter the images or enter the image names or any upload the images, so that based on the imported data, so that he can click on the recommend button. So based on the data, it can be going to backend, and the from the SERP API, the images will be fetches and then it will be shown here. So here we have used the wishlist feature, so that the user can save the images which he likes, and also he can view the whenever he is free. And we want to conclude that, so we can take the how the technology meets up the images. We want to conclude that how the technology meets up the project and solves the fashion choices in an easier and friendly way. So in our future we want to enhance the project, like we want to connect the project to the MongoDB and also get the best recommendations. So thank you.